Hello everybody, and welcome back to one more video on Chirax's Fortress. This video is a follow-up to the main playthrough I did of this game. The developer asked me to keep the 100% collectible reward secret, at least at the start of the video's release. So basically this is something I'm just recording offline, which is why the feed looks a little different, and I'm just going to put up in like two or so weeks from the original video. That way, there's a little time for other people to download the game, and buy the game, and check it out and stuff before all secrets are revealed. Because the game did just recently release, and I do recommend you guys check it out, and maybe think about buying it. Support the developers, guys. But yeah, we're going to check out the 100% reward today, but we're also going to check out a few other secrets I was told about by the dev. So, we're going to check out everything, and I'm going to save the 100% reward for the last thing I check out, but yeah, we got a bunch of cool stuff to check out, apparently, I've been told about, so we're going to investigate. But let's do that. Before we begin, of course, I will also put out the usual links, you know. If you like the video, think about giving a like, maybe subscribing if you feel inclined to do that. If you want to come over to Twitch to watch a lot of this content live, not necessarily this video, but a lot of it live, think about doing that as well. It's always nice to have people around, whether they want to lurk or talk. Think about coming by and hanging out. We also have a pretty cool Discord server if you want to go over there, hang out with some chill people. There's a coffee link if you want to help us directly monetize the content, and I very much appreciate it if you might consider it. I mean, extra videos like this that aren't streamed, this is extra content off schedule stuff, so I'm doing extra work on top of the normal work. So if you like stuff like this, I don't know, maybe think about a donation if you got the means. There's also a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff there, and all the links should be in the description. You can check them out at your leisure, including, of course, the link to Chirax's Fortress Steam page. But let's go ahead and hop into this. I have basically a notepad file of what I need to do, and I don't know beyond that what I am doing. So it's fine. We'll figure it out as we go. So there's basically a total of there's 3 secrets, and then the 100% reward. So we're going to investigate the secrets first, and then 100% reward after that. First thing we can investigate, it doesn't really matter what level I go to. First thing we're going to investigate is something that simply requires patience. Some of you may remember that when I was playing the main game, there was one point where I stopped and I had an idle animation, and it was Chirax looking upset at me. I'm gonna get some more heads. It might be more entertaining if I do. Okay, I got more heads now. Okay, so we're just gonna sit here. Well, that's what our objective is, patience. Yes, we saw the idle animation, but there's more to it than that. But it requires patience. So while we literally just sit here and wait, I'm going to mention a few things that I found interesting. Turquoise, the developer of the game, he actually told me that there's a lot of references in this game. I pointed some out in the original playthrough. A number of things I noticed. Obviously, there's a lot of references to Yoshi's Island, with different enemy types and certain themes and certain things in the environment. But there's a few other references too, and he actually just gave me a big old list. So let's go over this list. Apparently, there's a reference to Super Mario Sunshine. This is a kind of a subtle thing, but the title intro of each level, how the title card comes in, having a lot of squash and stretch, that's similar to Super Mario Sunshine, I guess, with how it presents its text in the game. I don't quite remember. But there's also a reference to Virtual Boy Wario Land, probably the Wario Land that the fewest people have played, yet he put a reference in. The first room of Zarik's castle, so the final level of the game, with the spike obstacles that get progressively faster, is a reference to level 13 from Virtual Boy Wario Land. And that makes sense because, though admittedly that's also kind of a Yoshi's Island reference too, but yeah, it makes sense because Virtual Boy Wario Land, a lot of Virtual Boy games had like stuff coming in for the background and foreground because of the 3D effects, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's a reference to Yoshi's story, the 3D level cubes and the chomp blocks. So the 3D level cubes, oh yeah, because I think on the storybook pages when you're selecting a level in Yoshi's story, you also have like little 3D cubes that let you select the level, if I remember correctly. And the chomp blocks, well yeah, I think I vaguely remember those. It's been a long time since we played Yoshi's story. Another reference is Super Castlevania 4, the cylinder background of the 2-door room in Zarik's castle. Oh yeah, that was that weird room that had all the doors floating by and you had to find the right one. There's apparently a reference to Super Castlevania 4. I think Super Castlevania 4 had, that was the one where you went across Europe. I think you went to the Leaning Tower of Pisa at one point in that game, and that was a 3D parallax thing they did on the Super Nintendo. That was pretty cool. Another reference is New Super Mario Bros. DS. Vivo's tower in this game. That was one of the boss levels. That was the boss that was the Tamagotchi. So their castle. So the Vivo's tower looping around is based off the volcano level from World 8 in New Super Mario Bros. DS. The rooms that flip upside down in Chirax Castle, as well, is based on the final level in New Super Mario Bros. DS. I think we played that game in NSB DS, but honestly, the New Super Mario Bros. Series all kind of blends together for us, so I don't quite remember these details, but you might. Another reference is, surprisingly enough, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. The 3D effect for the Megavolt fight in this game was based off the 3D forest fight in the Mushroom stage. Oh, I think we found our idle animation secret. So this is, apparently, I'll go over the rest of the references in a second, but this is an Easter egg where if you idle in a level for about 3 minutes, a screensaver will appear. So now we have a screensaver. It's another 3D cube. I guess it's going to bounce around a little bit like a DVD menu icon. Kind of like it, not quite like it. When I was being told about this little secret, Turquoise didn't spoil what it was exactly, but I made an assumption that Chirax's heads would start bouncing around like a DVD screen. Like a DVD screen logo. That would have been a good idea too, but I like this too, it's a cute... I guess it's got different things on each side. Black, head, swirly block, Algard key, question mark switch. It's gone. Come back. It doesn't want to be on screen. It's shy. What else does it have? It has a heart block, and I think there's one more thing we haven't seen, right? That might be it, actually. Okay, well, that's neat. Little screensaver thing. That's pretty cool. Oh, that guy's so mean. I'm gonna ignore him. He's kind of scary. Stop it. I like how he's always chomping, but I have to approach to actually hear it. I'll go over the rest of the references before we go for the 2 other secrets, which are a little more engaging than just idling. The other references, though, Sonic the Hedgehog reference, the original game. The door that spawns the end of each stage spins the same way as the level signs at the end of each Sonic level. Is that even a reference? This object spins, much like how objects spin in other games. I guess, sort of. Chirax having her impatient food tap idle animation was also inspired by Sonic. Yeah, I picked up on that one, actually. I don't think I mentioned it during the video, but yeah, I mean, Sonic does the same thing if you idle too long. Another reference is Yoshi's Crafted World reference. Megavolt was partly based off the Gator train boss. Oh, I don't remember. I don't think we played Yoshi's Crafted World, so we may not know about the Gator train boss, but apparently there's a Gator train boss. That's neat. There's a reference to Banjo-Tooie. Valve here was loosely inspired by Welder. Okay. And in Dino Run, that game where you run as a little raptor. We're waiting for the sequel still. Dino Run reference, the Doom Wall. Yeah, the Doom Wall level in this world. Yeah, that makes sense. So there's Doom Walls that are in a lot of video games, to be fair, though. But that is fair. Another reference was Super Mario World reference. The hatchlings were based off the Baby Yoshi sprite. Okay, that makes sense. I could understand that. There's a reference to Earthbound, the background for Zarik's second phase. I think I mentioned that during the final boss fight. I think I said in the video, like, oh yeah, this makes me think of Earthbound. So I picked up on that one. And then one more reference, the New Zealand story. That was that old arcade game that Charm kind of likes, where he plays a little bird, little kiwi, I think. The hatchlings being trapped in bird cages and then spawning a door after being saved was apparently a reference as well. Alright, well that's all the references that I was told about. Certainly this game is built off of a lot of references, which I think is pretty cool. Now, let's go for the easier of the 2 other secrets. So there is a secret, let's see. Beachside Cliffs. I gotta head down to Beachside Cliffs for this secret. Let's go down to Beachside Cliffs. Let's see, that's like 2 levels down. So Beachside Cliffs is a specific level in the beach world, as you might figure. Here it is. Right here. So Beachside Cliffs. At the very top right of Beachside Cliffs is a blue shell. Okay. Let's go find it. Top right. I hope this is recording okay, by the way. I'm actually we normally use XSplit for streaming, but I've been messing around with OBS a little bit because, Well, people say it's better, and I think I agree. It's just that XSplit is what we're set up for, and we have been for years. But I'm messing with OBS a little bit, experimenting with it, and I'm using it to record this as well. So if anything sounds a little unusual... Oh, it's right here. That was easy to find. If anything sounds unusual or anything, that's probably why. Hopefully this video records fine. We'll see. I'm just gonna go however it comes out. I think OBS is better, though, generally, so this should be a good video. But yeah, blue shell. I guess I never jumped up here. But yeah, upper right of the level is a blue shell. I probably would have ignored this even if I did find it, but yeah, it is blue, which I think is not the normal color. It's murdering everything. Okay, yeah, I think the blue shell is... And the crab enemies here, they drop their shells and they're like Koopa shells. But those shells are normally... Aren't they red? Let me look around again. Yeah, well, no, they're not red, but they're like blue and yellow. But this shell is blue and blue. It's pure blue. Well, I mean... Is this a reference to... Like, I guess in Mario games, blue shells are a type of shell that some Koopas have, right? It's not as common as the red shell, or the green shell. But it exists, I think. That's cool, there's a little secret blue shell. I don't know why it exists, but there it is. Let's go back to the overworld for the other secret. The other secret might be a little more time-consuming to find. So I need to head to Tricky Platforms. Tricky Platform... what world was Tricky Platforms in? I think it was... World 2? Let's head down. Maybe World 3. You are a platform. That's not a Tricky Platforms. It's different. Let's take a look down here. Oh, Tricky Platforms. Here it is. Tricky Platforms! Okay, so... Apparently, there is a secret here that's gonna be a little harder to get. It's a little more interesting of a secret, too. So if I stand on top of the highest hill book in Tricky Platforms, then do a lot of perfectly timed flaps to the left, I'll find a secret. However, apparently, you guys may remember that in World 1 here as well, there's a specific area that, there's an area where you can practice gliding, and it scores you based on how good you glided. Apparently, you know, I got a pretty good score, but apparently, there is a special secret movement tech that lets you glide way further. So that explains why that area was so big. The secret movement tech is... Let me just read it as described. This must be the hill block I have to use. So I gotta be careful not to break it. So I basically need to glide from there. So let me read what I was told by Turquoise. So they said, I coded some advanced movement tech for speedrunners sort of hidden in the game. There's actually 2 different kinds of ground pound. If you hold L, which I just did here, it'll lock you down vertically and lock you to a single ground pound. But if you just tap L while moving forward, you'll start a ground pound, but if you can cancel it by pressing jump again. Let me see. I think, yeah, I did cancel the ground pound. So if I hold down L, I can't cancel it? Well, yeah, it kind of still goes, but if I tap it, I can cancel it. Okay. So, apparently, this will give you a slight speed boost, really. I'm probably need some height to really see it. Okay, so I gotta time it. So I'm guessing it's like... I think I see it. I think I see a slight speed boost compared to just flapping. It's tricky. Because basically, what I'm being asked to do is chain flaps and ground pounds. That's the trick. Let's just try a normal flap from this platform to see where it actually brings me. Apparently it's not going to be good enough. Apparently you can't just do this by just flapping really good. But apparently, yeah, the trick is flap, ground pound, cancel, flap, ground pound, cancel, etc. And apparently this is needed to find the secret. Well, certainly if I fly like that. Now, I want to remind you guys that flapping is actually pretty tricky itself. Like, it's actually pretty tricky to just maintain good flapping. So basically, it's very precise to get good flapping. You gotta time it right. But in addition to timing that, I also need to do these ground pound things, too. Or I don't. Or I didn't do a secret. Rhubarb is Chirax's favorite food. There's a secret. Now we know that Chirax likes rhubarb. Have I had rhubarb? I don't even know. Developer, by the way, turquoise. I managed that without any ground pounds. So, ground pounds will speed you up and make it easier to get to the secret, but if you just flap really, really good, you can also do it. I mean, I barely made it. I, like, clipped the top of the ledge and I got over it, but... Yeah! Yep. I did it. I did it without ground pounds. I think I see the speed boost because I see a little bit of smoke. Okay, yeah, I'm not nearly as good with the ground pound thing. That might require a lot of practice. I wonder what high score I could get if I got good at it. I don't think I'll check though. That's not really. The timing is really hard to figure out all of a sudden. Because, like, the ground pound, it's like, when can I flap again after ground pounding? It's actually kind of unclear. I guess the objective is to basically flap right before the ground pound will send you downward. Do I also want a ground pound on the third flap? I don't think I do. I think I want to do it earlier. It might actually... Like, I can kind of feel like there's a perfect timing to it. Oh, what is the perfect timing? Oh, I think I know what it is. It's the second flap, do a ground pound. So, let's see. That's tricky. It definitely feels like if you need a ground pound before the flapping sound stops, or you will not be doing it fast. Also, you have to be moving forward at a good pace, I think. Or it doesn't actually work? Hard to tell. Also, I might have to start with a ground pound for the whole process to even start working. I do see it, like, there's a moment where it seems like it works pretty good. It's just really hard to time. This is like really tricky. But like I said, apparently it's a speedrunner tech, so if you do it right, you can actually, if you pay attention, you can see me get a little boost. Yeah, see that speed boost I had there for a second? You saw it if you looked. Wait, do I only need to do one ground pound? Yeah, you can definitely see that I'm flying faster forward when I'm doing the ground pound first. There's definitely a noticeable speed boost. So this is a speedrun tech. If you want to speedrun this game, this is how you'll have to learn. I'm definitely not a speedrunner, so apologies, but I won't be able to give you an amazing demonstration. But you can definitely see the speed boost, though. I definitely... The timing is so precise. Like, the flapping itself is pretty precise. I'm better at just generic flapping, but that's not gonna get you moving horizontally faster. So, but yeah, that's that secret. Even though I can't do the speedrun tech, I still can get the secret. I guess it shows its own sort of skill level, huh? I can't do the speedrun tech, but I didn't need it, which is also kind of cool in a way. Alright, so that's actually most everything. We just have one more thing. So it said, of course, 100% reward. It said to go back to World 1 for that. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, hi there. Press A or space if you want to play as Zark. Oh, the 100% reward is playing as Zark. That makes sense, because he does have, like, a sprite sheet that's very similar to ours. So now we can play as Zark. Wait, hold on. I have an immediate thought. Actually, you know what? I had a hunch the 100% reward would be to get a skeleton key. That's what I thought the 100% reward would be. And the reason I thought that would be the 100% reward is because, there's a door in his castle, which, by the way, we're gonna actually replay his castle for two different reasons. One, there's actually a split path in it, and we didn't check the other route, so let's do that. And the other reason is I'm really curious about the 999 key door, which, like, can I? Oh, you know, technically, if I pull up Cheat Engine, I wonder if I could hack in. I wonder if I could hack in enough keys to open that door. I might be able to. It's just a numeric value, right? Let's go to his castle as him, and check him out. And this lets us see him in a level too. So he has a health meter, and he shoots fireballs. Oh, I see. The health meter is the fireballs too. Okay. Yeah, I see. So it's both our health and ammo. That's neat. So we don't have extra heads, we just have... Okay. And he flappy flaps. He flaps... Let's die, actually. Just want to see a death animation. Okay. He seems like he might be a little faster on the ground, too. Like, it feels like he has more yeah, it feels like he has more momentum. Yeah, when he lands, he, like, moves faster. Oh, that's actually kind of disorienting. Like, he zoomies the moment he touches the ground, which is a little... That makes these small platforms a little tricky. Gotta make sure I don't overdo it. Oh, his fireballs travel really far. That means I could hit switches like this much more easily. Ah! Oh yeah, he's a slippery one. He's kind of the Luigi of this game, I guess. Can I collect, let's see. No, there actually is a limit to how far those go. I wonder if his fireballs can collect gems. It can, not that it matters, because to unlock him, you need all the gems, so... Oh, man. I have to ground pound this case. So the plants are not immune to are immune to fireballs. Huh. At least I don't have to do anything special to get to the, Oh my gosh, just stay still for a second. Yeesh. I don't have to do anything special to get to the, I don't have to go for the gem, so I don't have to go out of my way. I can just go for it. Which makes this a little easier. Yeah, so this is a split path, I think? Because I went left last time. Let's see what right does. Yeah, this does seem like a different puzzle, actually. Pretty sure we're in a different puzzle room now. I think I accidentally solved it really fast. I think this is a different puzzle room, or it might be the same. This castle is very tricky, so I don't know. Yeah, it's funny, because you can actually, you stand on top of the switch and do a perfect job. Oh no. Oh! I actually thought at that time I was actually soft locked, but I wasn't. Yeah, it looks like if you do it just... That squishy's right. Do it just right. I don't even know how I did that. Actually, the little trick I did to get into the door really fast, apparently that's really tricky to do. I'm surprised I pulled it off. I'll try to do it again. There we go. That actually... Oh, no, I fell back down. Well, that trick there is a little... If you want a speed run, there you go. There's a trick for you. I wonder if you can only do it with Zarek, actually, because they're faster. By the way, I did ask the dev, and there isn't really a lot of lore on this character. Like, he's the antagonist, and he's also a castle. He's a dragon and a castle, which is pretty cool. But I don't really actually know what his deal is. So, still learning that. So it just occurred to me, there's nothing really stopping me from just... Oh. Well, yeah, okay, never mind. Wait, but that tells me that if I do it from there, yeah, I'll end up back in there, so... maybe if I... flip you upside down, stand here, and... Can't quite hit it! Okay. I'm trying to do it the legitimate way because I got... This is a very tricky jump. I don't know if I should do it the stupid way. Unfortunately, I just remembered, yeah, that's right. I'm very bad at these puzzles, unfortunately. Let me climb up higher. There. Okay, I did it right that time. Alright, let's go. Woof. Right, so this door here needs 3 keys. So that, by the way, I didn't actually have to collect all the keys in this area. There's more than 3. This one requires 999 though. So here's what I'm thinking. There's a total of 4 keys to collect here, I think. 4? Yeah, I think so. So what I'm gonna do... Oh. That was glitching. I think the fireball, like, glitched that out. You can still pull yourself with fireballs, that's good. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't even know if this is gonna work or if it's even gonna do anything, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do a little investigation with Cheat Engine. And all I'm gonna use Cheat Engine for is I'm just gonna use it to try to pinpoint what the keys are. So I know, let's do this by the way, this video is not gonna be edited. I'm just gonna, well, I could edit a little bit, I suppose. Okay, I guess we're back now. My goodness. Learning things with Cheat Engine. Don't do 0-byte value searches as the first search. Oh my gosh. I may have put the computer in a slight bit of risk by generating a 80-gigabyte temp file. Oh my goodness. Okay, well anyways, I figured it out. This is the advantage of doing offline recording. It's easy enough to just stop and turn it back on when I'm ready. So anyways, I messed with Cheat Engine a bit more, was a little bit careful with my searches, and I'm pretty sure I have isolated the value that controls the keys. I have one value that is 4, and only one value that is 4. There's no other value that is currently 4, and I have 4 keys. So, this door here opens with 3 keys, and this door down here opens with too many. I can't open it, but if I change this value to 999, I was half expecting it to spawn more keys. Now, it may not spawn keys behind me, but I have the value at 999 now. Let's see what happens. It opened! What happens now? Where am I? Oh. I found a so we have gone through the 999 key door, and we have found... broken keys. I don't know if they're broken because this is a broken key area, or if it's because... I found a new gem! You know, guys, I think I found a test... Is this a potion? I think I found a test room, guys. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright. Hold on a second here. We have accessed the secret test room. I probably can go through that door. I'm not gonna go through any doors just yet. This is a test room to test all the different objects in the game, isn't it? Oh, this is really neat, actually. I'm glad I went through the trouble of nearly crashing the computer for this. Cool. If this is testing a bunch of things in the game, I bet it's also testing things that hurt you. I better be careful. I might run into things that hurt me. So it looks like what this test room is basically is just... Oh, that's the end of the world. Oh, that little slug I attacked. I actually collected it. It's a... Oh, it must have been testing for, like, an idea of an enemy that's also a thing that follows behind you. Kind of like the little birds you can get in Yoshi's Island that basically act as boomerang eggs. Oh, this is really actually quite neat. This is probably testing what you can jump through. This is neat. I found me a test room. Oh, the turquoise is gonna be... turquoise is gonna be like, whoa, with me, probably. But yeah, the computer should be okay. We're actually going to do a disk cleanup just to be safe. We actually So what Shidija did was it saved 80 gigabytes of values to our temp folder, to its C drive temp folder. Unfortunately, our C drive is very small, so that actually filled it up, and I had to kill process and restart, and I made it work. I made it all work later, but we learned our lesson. We did not search. I learned. We talked to Chrisas, who knows P Ninja Veritas, and they're like, yeah, don't search with 0 byte value, because 0 byte value is like small. It's like it's not good. Basically, it's, I mean, it's not small. I'm sorry, it's the opposite of small. It's like, that's everything in the game that doesn't count as a normal byte value. So it's like it reads not just 0 byte stuff, but also unknown stuff. So like, ends up being like it ended up being way too much. So I'm gonna make a platform head here. Oh yeah, by the way, here's the platform head. I probably didn't show it in the video, but here's the platform head for Zach Strap. I don't know how to say his name. The guy, the fantastic guy. So he shoots his fireballs, and he goes here, and he does this. That's pretty neat. So I'm gonna guess the reason we went to the debug room. There's like something here. I'm guessing the reason we went to the debug room is because. Huh, that's interesting. A little bit of floor tile that pops up if you ground pound. Huh, that's really neat. I don't think that was used in game. Ah! Raccoon, no. Wait, you can't steal my head because oh, it can't do anything to me because I don't have stealable heads. I'm not a raccoon. I mean, I'm not a hydra. I actually can't seem to kill the raccoons. I guess it's just gonna be here. There's a bunch of doors I go through. Oh, that's probably dangerous. Lightning. Oh, hydras that we can rescue. Yeah, I saved a hatchling. This is probably oh, I see. One flew. Okay, this is probably testing how the hatchlings spawn. Oh no, what's that? Ow! A new enemy we've never seen before. Unused, I guess. So those doors will probably end the level. Jeez, okay, so I don't know, this is very significant. Oh, that's really interesting. I popped the door upwards. Oh, that's really, oh, wow. Huh. That's a fallable door, so. There's a boss door. Should I go see what the secret debug boss is? I mean, I'm gonna guess most of these doors will either glitch something, or maybe they'll, at the best, like, they'll send me back to a level area I've already seen. I don't really feel like hacking my way into this room multiple times to check every door, so which door do I feel like? I feel like the boss door. I feel like the boss door is most interesting. Let's see where we go. What are we gonna do? Oh yeah, see, it just left me. I bet all the doors just make me leave. But yeah, there's a little bonus secret for you, if you didn't know. Just debug room right there if you hack yourself 999 keys, which actually works. I'm surprised that door, was actually coded to have 999 keys since it's the lock. I mean, I thought it was just a joke, right? It's basically just a joke. You walk up the door, see it needs 999 keys, you're like, huh, that's silly. And it's just basically an impossible door. But if you get 999 keys, it is legitimately willing to open, which is pretty neat. There's one more thing I want to show you guys before I finally put things together. This video is going to be kind of a mess, but it'll be edited well enough. But last thing I want to show is another thing that I'm absolutely sure Turquoise did not mean for me to do, but I found this out while I was messing around for the other thing just now. There is one more silly thing I can do. And it could be done here in this level. Because, I don't know if you noticed, but, Xanthric here, whatever his name is, he shoots his fireballs much further than our main protagonists can. I'm very bad at their names. Our main protagonists can shoot their heads out only a certain distance. His fireballs do have a limited range, but they go further. They go a lot further. See how far that goes? And because the fireballs go a lot further, that means there is one more shenanigan I can show you guys, specifically in this room. This room here, if I stand over here, so we can rotate the room, we will remain in the same position the room rotates. So if I shoot this here and then go over here, there. I am outside of the level now, as you can see. So if I go over here, we're in the void. And eventually we leave the void, now we're out here. And, yeah, now we're just kinda, you know, where we shouldn't be. Much like the debug room. Yay! But yeah, I don't think there's anything to actually do here. I think you can just fall forever. Maybe eventually I'll die because of a pit? I don't know. But yeah, I think that's mostly it. I mean, maybe I'll close out by fighting a boss. Let's see if it. I'm gonna check out the boss fight, see if that's interesting. I don't know if it will be or not. But yeah, and then if it isn't interesting, I'll just cut that part. But yeah, so yeah, there. I'm good at doing things I shouldn't, huh? Such a sad, such as really breaking the computer, but it's fine. We're gonna do a disk cleanup later. I think I said that right. But anyways, I guess it's an infinite fall, so I'm gonna go check out the boss stuff. But yeah, the character is pretty cool to play as this guy though. And it's cool the little changes I see. There's probably a few other little changes you could investigate. I'll let you guys figure that out on your own. But I'm pretty satisfied with this, what I've checked out. Let's just go fight a random bot. Wait, what happens if we fight ourselves? What if we fight Zarek as Zarek? Hi, Zarek. So you can actually hurt you by touching you? That's good. Alright, pretty simple. I'm going to phase 2. Unfortunately, we can't turn giant even if we're playing it separately. So fireballs do get shot in the background, yep. Also, one thing I learned is that the edges of these platforms are much wider than you might think. I mean, I kind of died, so not a good demonstration, but basically, I was showed a graphic, which I might put on screen if I feel like it. I was showed a graphic showing exactly where the platform edges are in this fight, because there actually are 3D platforms in this game. I mean, it's a 3D graphic, but they aren't platforms. It's just there's secret invisible platforms overlaid on it, you see. And it's cool because the platforms are much bigger than you might think they are. I know I keep falling off of them, but they take up more their invisible blocks are there's much more than you might think. Because they go exactly to the very corner that you could possibly be theoretically standing on, like right there. It's actually very well lined up. Wait, I just had this weird idea. What's stopping me from just kind of hanging up here? Oh, I see. Eventually the block does turn away from being a cold block. Oh, I can't shoot him with fireball because I'm too hurt. Fair enough. If you have, much like how, you know, when the main protagonist has no heads, you can't do a head attack. Makes sense. I think the damage I do is the same as what the hydra heads do. I don't think the damage values are changing off of these fireballs. I don't have too much to say besides the fact that I'm just gonna hit this dragon a bunch and then we'll see what happens afterwards. Like, will I get the ending playing out? And also, how would the ending play out with this character, actually? I don't actually know. I mean, again, I don't know if I'm curious enough to check that out. I mean, I think I've already found a lot of stuff. Okay, there we go. Oh, I do get the ending. Okay, cool. Granted, it's not much of an ending, is it? It's kind of just... Oh, I can't even save a hydra, because I guess I've already saved them. Oh, one thing to consider, though, because I went to that debug room, I saved some hydras and saved a... Yeah, I have! I didn't even notice this. Yeah, so I have 131 gems because of that one in the debug room. I am better than everyone else that ever plays this game, because everybody else could get 130. I got 131. And technically, there isn't a counter for them, but technically I have saved 2 additional baby hydras. Or have I captured them, considering I'm playing the villain? Well, you know, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Honestly, very neat game. These little extra secrets and little glitches were fun to find out too, even if it was a little dicey on the computer for a second. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I wonder if there's actually extra. I'm not want to bother counting, but I do wonder if extra hatchlings actually have appeared down here in World 2's Overworld area. Because I think each time you rescue, one shows up here, so the additional 3 I rescued, maybe they're also here. I don't know. But yeah, that was Chirax's Fortress, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I did. It was fun.